All right, first question. What is one thing Alyssa cannot live without? I'd have to say oxygen. Next question. No, I'm totally kidding. Um, I would say Alyssa can't live without. I want to say snuggles, but I think it's more like love, realistically. She loves to love other people. She loves to love animals. She loves to be loved by other people, whether it's family, friends, relationships, whatever. Um, and I feel like that's the one thing that is super consistent in her life that she just always needs or needs to show others. So I'm going to go with love and oxygen. Alyssa's favorite candy is Reese's peanut butter cups. She likes a lot of candy though, but that would have to be number one. She doesn't really care too much if they're the big ones or the small ones. She just kind of loves peanut butter and candy, and therefore Reese's peanut butter cups. Alyssa's go-to dance move. I don't think she has a go-to dance move. I mean, she's a dancer, so naturally, like she's always doing something. But for instance, not too long ago, we were on a date in a public space, and she was doing Botafogos, which was a samba move that I will call Alyssa to the floor now to demonstrate. Just pause the video and let me know when she's done. but yeah, I mean, she did Botafogos all over the place without a care. I've seen her do like samba walks or rumba walks or like a lot of Latin, realizing. But yeah, I don't know that she has a go-to dance move. Maybe it would be like some kind of a like footloose like jive kick kind of a thing. She does tends to do those a lot. But yeah, I don't know that there's just one. She has a whole host of go-to dance moves. Alyssa's Hollywood crush. That's a hard one. I'm gonna go with that one dude from Supernatural whose name I had to look up. Jensen Ackles, I guess is how you say it. That's probably my guess. I don't know if that's what Alyssa said at first, but now hearing it, she may agree with me. I don't know. It'll be fun to see. Apparently, what Alyssa's most repeated phrase apparently is like, okay, so apparently, apparently it's apparently, it's very very much apparently. I've we both laugh about it whenever she says it now. She always catches herself and is like, "Oh, I said it again," and then 2 seconds later, "Oh, I said it again." It's really really funny. Yeah, apparently is by far her most used phrase. I know it's not much of a phrase, but it sure seems like it when it comes to her. That's like her, the equivalent of saying or the. I don't know. Anyways, it's adorable. But yeah, it's definitely apparently. What emoji best represents Alyssa and then me? Uh, well, I don't use many emojis, so I don't know many. But I know that looking through my phone, there is a little koala one, which is super adorable. Um, that would have to be mine for Alyssa, just because she's super cute, always wants cuddles, very kind, and very intelligent. Um, yeah, for me, I don't know, like a little devil or maybe like a poop. Mostly the devil, just because I like to tease a lot and play pranks and jokes and stuff like that. So I don't know, mischievous, I guess, but yeah, I guess that's both of us. The chore that Alyssa hates the most would have to be. I know she really hates laundry, or at least tries to put it off. And doing the dishes. I mean, those two she hates. Now, okay, I know going to the gym doesn't necessarily count as a chore, but we've had a few conversations about how much she hates going to the gym. So if that counts, then going to the gym. If not, it's kind of a toss-up between doing the dishes and laundry. Okay, what television character is Alyssa most like? I've got to be honest. I have thought about this one ever since Courtney sent me this list of questions, and I have no idea. I feel like part of it's because I don't watch that much TV typically, but another big part of it is the fact that not many characters that I've seen are really that much like Alyssa. I feel like TV characters tend to have like all kinds of crazy problems and some big central issue that needs to be worked around and stuff like that, and they're very like resistant to change. Um, but I mean, Alyssa's not like that. She just kind of goes and does whatever it takes to help people and to go with the flow a lot of times. And she puts up with way more than she should, especially from me. Um, so I don't know, maybe like Wonder Woman, something like that. I really have no idea. Alyssa's favorite food. That's an easy one. That's chicken Alfredo. But she doesn't like spices, so you have to avoid any red pepper like seasoning on the chicken, or which we have a lot of here, or anything like anything spicy. But she really likes chicken Alfredo. My favorite food is like a shrimp scampi, but with like a no, I'm totally kidding. It's 100% pot stickers. She got that one right. Least favorite food. Alyssa's is like most vegetables. I grew up, I was a very picky eater. I'm sure anybody who knows me can attest to that for me growing up. I'm sure my mom's rolling her eyes right now because she knows. But Alyssa is probably a more picky eater than I am in some regards. She knows what she likes, and things that she doesn't, like most vegetables, she just absolutely refuses to eat unless someone like held a gun to her head. She hates a lot of vegetables, which has led to some really funny discussions and teasing. It's a good time. So yeah, I'm gonna say most vegetables for Alyssa. For me, I probably goat cheese. Um, which we had some out on a ballroom tour one time, and it was, I don't know if it was just that cheese or all goat cheeses, but it was nasty. So I'm gonna go with that one. Though, I mean, there's a lot for both me and Alyssa. We're both some pretty picky eaters, which ends up working well for us. Okay, first part of the next question. Where would Alyssa go on vacation tomorrow if money and time weren't an issue? I would have to guess France to go see her host family, and just see the rest of the countryside. I know she wanted to go to northern France. Because if I remember right, her host family lived in southern France. I may be totally wrong. But she loves Paris, loves France, loves everything about French, the French culture and stuff like that for the most part. And I think she would really, really like to go to France, given time and money. Um, Second part of the question, where would I go? I have no idea. Anywhere. I would go to, and if I had to pick one, I don't know, China, New Zealand. No, never mind. There is a small town in Venezuela off the mouth of the Catatumbo River that has giant thunderstorms and lightning storms like 300 days out of the year or something like that. Um, that is where I would go, and I may never come back. That sounds like heaven to me. So yeah. Let's see. What do you do that really annoys Alyssa? Everything. Um, Not that she's annoyed by everything that I do, but more that I do a lot of really annoying things. Um, yeah, the list is long. The hand of justice she hates. She doesn't like being tickled. Um, there's just a whole lot of things that I do fun and playfully that annoys her, but it's more, I think it's less about what I do and more about when I do it. I always joke that I'm kind of the master of bad timing in our relationship, and so yeah, it's probably just maybe it's my bad timing. Maybe that's what annoys her the most. But a lot of things. What does Alyssa do that really annoys me? Not much. Oh, she uses the word apparently all the time. Like, all the time. It's pretty funny. I tease her about it all the time. Or she sometimes tends to fall asleep whenever we're like watching a show together or something that I kind of want to like show her. I'm like, this is so cool. And then like 5 minutes later, she's out cold. And I'm just like, oh, okay, well, yeah, we'll watch it another time. So there's one show in particular that I think we've tried to watch 2 or 3 times, and every time she falls asleep within like the first 5 minutes. It's really funny. But yeah, honestly, there's not much. What is Alyssa's favorite thing about me? That is a great question. I mean, I just have so many wonderful qualities. Um, I don't know. I honestly don't know. My best guess, clearly my sense of humor. She loves. I get more eye rolls out of that than probably anything ever. Um, I don't know. Maybe I try and care for her the best I can, and always try and put her feelings first. Um, but yeah, I don't know. It's kind of a hard question to answer, but that's what I got for you. My worst date with Alyssa? Geez. I don't know that we have necessarily had a worst date. I mean, by definition, we have, because, the worst is still pretty good for us. I don't know. If I had to pick one, it's not even the entire date, but one time we were playing pool at a bowling alley, and I was kicking her trash, might I say, throughout the entire game. And then right at the end, I sunk the 8 ball because we were playing cutthroat, and lost the game. And I was a little more salty than I should have been, um, and that kind of killed the vibe a little bit there. But we talked about it shortly thereafter for the rest of the date and had a great time. But it's little things like that where my own, uh, not insecurities, but my own inadequacies, I guess, uh, can turn around and make her feel bad, and that in turn makes me feel bad that I made her feel bad. Um, so yeah, I guess that's our worst date. But we typically have some pretty good dates. We haven't had anything like too nuts happen on any of them that was just mind-bogglingly bad. Um, but who knows? There's still plenty of time. We're still going to go on plenty of dates, so I'm sure we'll make that story at some point. Where was our first date? I think it was in Lodi, California. I'm pretty sure we were on tour. and we decided we were going to go on our first date that day. And we went to, well, first we went and played a made up game with a fountain in the area, where it was kind of like a tiered fountain, and we had to like flip. Alyssa had a bunch of extra pennies and coins in her wallet, and so we flipped a bunch of them into the fountain and had like a little scoring system and stuff. It was cute. And then we walked around Lodi, kind of went to some boutiques and places like that, just kind of saw what they had to offer in the downtown, I guess. And then we ended up at like a mod pizza. I don't know that it was actually a mod pizza or a slab or whatever, but it was very similar, kind of build your own. And so we had pizza, and that was pretty much it. That was our first date. It was really cute, and it was a lot of fun. But yeah, that's where we had our first date, Lodi, California. Where was our first kiss? Not in Lodi, California. Um, it was in her apartment while we were on like a week or two break from tour. Um, yeah, if she wants to tell you the story, I'll let her tell you the story. Um, but yeah, that was it. So her apartment in Corvallis, Oregon. Who said I love you first? It was you. we we actually used to argue about this all the time when we first started dating about who technically said it first. But it was totally Alyssa, like 100%. In fact, it was so much Alyssa that in the car on tour, she more or less told the director of the company that she said "I love you" first, or that we had told each other "I love you" and stuff like that, and then proceeded to get absolutely grilled by the director of the company, who is a super gossip queen. So, yeah, totally Alyssa. When did I know Alyssa was the one? That's kind of a complicated question to answer, I guess. Um, I've known that I loved her for a really long time, and we clicked really early on when we met. I mean, we started dating not that long after we met. But as far as knowing she was the one that I wanted to marry and spend the rest of eternity with, that was. I guess I've known it for a long time that I wanted to, but I wasn't sure how well things were going to work out. And so we somewhat recently had some struggles in our relationship, kind of talking back and forth about what we wanted out of life and stuff like that. And her reaction to a lot of those things that I brought up, because I had a lot of concerns just kind of about myself and things like that. She handled everything like a champ. Like, I know that sounds really weird to say, but she was just so kind and understanding and wonderful about everything that I could possibly bring up, and was so sure that I was the one for her, and vice versa. And I don't know, I guess kind of from that point forward, she just impressed me time after time after time after time, with her depth of character and her kindness and her love towards others and her thoughtfulness and her willingness to communicate, to compromise with me, as we both kind of figured out how to put each other first in our lives and things like that. And I don't know, I guess somewhere along the line, it wasn't necessarily one moment that was like the lightning bolt, you know. Um, but I just realized that my life without her would never compare to what it is with her. And I just know that I love her like crazy, and that I'm excited to spend eternity with her. Both of us growing and learning and being by her side is the greatest thing that I could ever wish for. So, yeah, not exactly one moment. Sorry, kind of ramble on that one, but that's kind of the gist of it. It's kind of hard to explain. If Alyssa was a cereal, she would be, you ready for this? Lucky Charms, because she is the good luck charm in my life from which all good things flow. Um, but really, she is absolutely wonderful, and it's a stroke of pure luck that we were able to meet in the first place, and that things got all the way to where they are today. Um, and it kind of started out partially, like I said, luck, and partially just because she decided that we were going to do long distance, even though I was super against it at first. Um, and it all worked out. And now look at us today, and I get to live with the love of my life forever, and share every moment together. So, anyways,